In this video, I will be continuing my offseason rebuild series going in order of the real life draft picks. We're at pick number 5 right now, and that is the Los Angeles Chargers. If you're new to the channel or you haven't seen one of these offseason rebuilds, it's basically we're just going to go through free agency, we're going to go through the re-signing period, we're going to go through the draft, we're going to do what I think the team should do and what I think the team will do. It's basically a mixture of both. We're going to go through one entire offseason and then simulate one full season and see how we do. The Chargers have hired Jim Harbaugh as their head coach, coming over from Michigan after winning a national championship in college. He has had head coaching experience. He previously was a head coach for the 49ers for a few years and actually took them to the Super Bowl, which they lost. He's decided to hire Greg Roman as his offensive coordinator, and his most recent job was the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens with his brother John Harbaugh. I don't see them running a Ravens type playbook with Justin Herbert at quarterback, because Justin Herbert is obviously a way more of a pocket passer than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has an ungodly ability to run the ball ridiculously well. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs playbook because it's a West Coast power run, which is a similar scheme to the Baltimore Ravens, which would be a West Coast power run as well. Defensively, they decided to hire Jesse Minter as their defensive coordinator. He's coming over from Michigan with Jim Harbaugh. He was also formerly a defensive coach for the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens 3-4 defense. The Chargers defense is already set up as a 3-4 defense anyways, so we're just going to give them a better playbook in Madden simulation. We'll be using real life draft classes for sure. As you can see, there's Caleb Williams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., all the guys that are really coming out in the draft this year. Madden has updated the playoffs to where it's at Super Bowl week. They have not updated that the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl yet, but I'm going to force the Chiefs to win, and then we're going to go into the offseason. We only have $5.5 million available in cap room, and we have a lot of players that we could potentially re-sign. So I'm going to go through and look at the salaries and see if there's anybody I can release or at least restructure the contracts. The only player that I'm going to release is defensive end Morgan Fox. He's 29 years old. He's only a 73 overall. He's got 1 year left. It's going to save us $3.5 million. It's not a lot, but at least it's a little bit. I'm going to go through here and restructure as many contracts as I possibly can so we can free up as much cap space as possible. I was going through restructuring contracts and I just saw that Khalil Mack has 1 year left on his deal for $38.5 million. If we cut him or trade him, I think that will save $23.3 million. I don't think I'm going to cut him. I am going to try to trade him. I've been seeing a lot of information coming out that they're probably going to try to trade him anyways, since they drafted another linebacker last year. I think his name is Tuli Lopotu. Hold on. This is him right here, Tuli Pulotu. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, but he was a second round pick. He's only 21 years old. He's already a 75 overall. He had a decent year last year. I think he had like 4.5 sacks when I looked at his stats. So we're going to go ahead and trade Khalil Mack and make this guy our starting outside linebacker. It won't let me trade Khalil Mack right now. I guess we have to be into the next week for free agency, but at least we got $30 million in cap space. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the 5th-year option for Rashawn Slater, the left tackle. He's 89 overall, star dev, 25 years old. That's a no-brainer for sure. Austin Eckler is a free agent, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Jim Harbaugh saying that he wants to keep Austin Eckler. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal. He says that he wants 2 years, $11.7 million, and he really has no interest. I'm just going to offer him that deal. If he wants to come in, then cool. If not, he says he's going to free agency. All right, made it easy for us. Kenneth Murray, middle linebacker. He doesn't have a lot of interest in re-signing, but I do want to try to keep him. He wants a 3-year deal for about $12 million. He's 25 years old, 75 overall with star dev. I think it's worth it to offer him just a little bit more to try to get him to come back. And he wants to go to free agency. Never mind, wishful thinking. Tight end Gerald Everett, he's 30 years old, 81 overall with star dev. He has no interest in coming back to the team. He wants a 4-year deal for about $40 million. I would like to try to bring him back. I don't think that he's going to accept the offer, but I'll just offer this to him and see what happens. Yeah, he's going to free agency. Alohi Gilman, free safety, 81 overall, 26 years old, normal dev. Does have a decent amount of interest. I'm going to go ahead and offer him this deal, and he's coming back. I don't think there's anyone else we want to bring back besides the kicker, Cameron Dicker, the kicker. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal. He has 0 interest, but see what happens. He's coming back. Finally able to trade Khalil Mack away, so I'm giving him up with a 3rd round pick in this coming up draft to the Colts for a 2nd round pick in this upcoming draft. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Justin Herbert is injured for 2 more weeks. We need to do something about running back for sure. We actually have a good amount of wide receivers here. Quentin Johnson didn't pan out as well as everyone thought. He was a 1st round pick. mean, he still has 3-4 more years left on his contract as a rookie, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a chance. We got Mike Williams also. He's injured for 26 more weeks. Actually, I think that the ideal thing would be to trade Palmer away. I think he's on the last year of his rookie deal. So that way we just have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnston. Palmer's not going to be getting very many catches, so we'll just go ahead and try to trade him away. We'll do that in a little bit. Offensive line on the left side is really good. We got Slater, Zion Johnson. We got Lindsley at center. But we need to do something about right guard and right tackle. And we also need to get a new tight end. Donald Parham Jr. is a beast. I think he's like 6'8". Yeah, he's 27 years old. I mean, I guess if we had to, we could roll with him at tight end. We'll see if we can do something in free agency though. Defensively, the best player we have is safety Derwin James. He's at 91 overall X Factor. We also have Joey Bosa, 87 with Superstar. We got Eric Kendricks at middle linebacker. We need to get another middle linebacker. We're going to make Tui Puloto our starting outside linebacker since we traded away Khalil Mack. We got Gilman back, 81 overall at free safety. We got Asante Samuel Jr. at cornerback, 84 with Star Dev, but we do need 2 more cornerbacks because the backups are not looking that good. And we basically need a whole entire defensive line here. I don't know why they have Tui Puloto right here whenever he's starting at outside linebacker. First player I'm going to go after is defensive tackle Michael Pierce. He's a good defensive tackle for this 3-4 defense. He's 6 foot, 355 pounds. He's a big dude, 82 overall, scheme fit, star dev, 31 years old. He actually has a good amount of interest. He does have an offer from one other team, so I'm going to juice this offer up just a little bit. Hopefully that puts us at the top. And yeah, it does by 2 bars. I like that. Next player I'm going after is defensive tackle Maurice Hurst. He's 6'2", 290 pounds, so I'll be moving on to a defensive end in the 3-4. He's a scheme fit, normal dev, 76 overall, 29 years old, has a ton of interest, and no other teams are sending him offers right now. I'm going to try to get Kenneth Murray Jr. to come back to the Chargers. He's 75 overall, star dev, 25 years old. He has 0 interest in coming back to the team, but he also has 0 offers on the table right now, so I'm just going to offer him this default 3-year deal. Hopefully he'll sign. We really need to get at least 2 cornerbacks, so I'm going to go after Steven Nelson. He's 81 overall, star dev, scheme fit, 31 years old. He actually has a good amount of interest in coming to the team. He does have 4 offers on the table, so I'm going to juice it up just a little bit. That should put us at the top. And yeah, we're up at the top by 1 bar. The other cornerback I'm going to go after is Marcus Peters. He's 78 overall, 30 years old. He's a scheme fit, normal dev. He has a good amount of interest, and he has 0 offers on the table. He wants a 1-year deal for about $6.3 million. And that's all 5 guys that we have for the first part of free agency. 4 out of the 5 guys decided to sign with us. We got Michael Pierce at D tackle. We got Steven Nelson at corner, Marcus Peters at corner, and then Maurice Hurst at D tackle, who will be getting moved to defensive end. As you can see, the theme is all defensive players here. We're still going after Kenneth Murray here, and it looks like we have some competition from 3 other teams, so I'm going to go ahead and juice up this offer a little bit more. We're about to run out of cap room here, so this might be the last player that we can even afford to get. That puts us at the top. It was enough to get him to sign with the team, so we got Kenneth Murray at middle linebacker. We got $4 million left in cap room, and I think that's all we're going to be able to do in free agency. We just can't afford anyone else. Here in the draft right now, we do have a 1st round pick and we have 2 2nd round picks. I'm going to skip ahead 1 by 1 and see what players get drafted by each team. Number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. going to the Bears. Number 2, Commanders draft Joe Alt, which has been happening in like the last 3 videos. Number 3, the heck, they drafted a defensive tackle when they need a quarterback. Next pick, Cardinals took outside linebacker Dallas Turner, and now it is our selection. 1st round pick number 5, I'm going to draft tight end Brock Bowers from Georgia. We really need tight end help. He's 6'4", 240 pounds. He's a vertical threat. 21 years old. He has elite acceleration, solid agility, elite change of direction, elite jumping, elite speed, great strength. Dude is a hell of an athlete. He has A, catching traffic, A, deep route, A, truck, and B, stamina. He's got hidden dev with 87 speed and 94 jumping. 2nd round pick number 5, I'm going to draft this defensive end Chris Jenkins from Michigan. He's 6'3", 305 pounds. He's a run stop and scheme fit. We do need another defensive end. He's 22 years old. Good acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, solid jumping, decent speed with great strength. He does have A, block shedding, A, power moves, and A, tackle. He's got hidden dev with 89 strength. We have another 2nd round pick here, pick number 15 for that trade that we did with Khalil Mack, and because of that we don't have a 3rd round pick. I was probably going to try to draft Trey Benson in the 3rd round, but I'm just going to go ahead and take him here with this second round pick to make sure that we don't miss out on him. Running back from Florida State, 6'1", 221 pounds, elusive guy. Definitely need a running back. He's 22 years old. He has elite acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, elite jumping with great speed and good strength. He's got hidden dead with 93 speed. Fourth round, I'm going to draft this right guard, Isaiah Adams from Illinois. He's 6'5", 320 pounds. He's a power scheme fit. We could definitely use an upgrade on the offensive line on that side. He's 23 years old. Solid acceleration, great agility, great change of direction, good jumping, solid speed with solid strength. He has A impact block, B run block finesse, and A run block power. Normal dead with 85 strength. Fifth round, I'm going to draft this center, Will Putnam from Clemson. He's 6'4", 310 pounds. He's a power scheme fit. He's 23 years old. He has solid acceleration, good agility, solid change of direction, good jumping, good speed with solid strength. He has A impact block, A lead block, B pass block, B run block finesse, B run block power. B's all over the place. Normal dev with 86 strength. I simulated the rest of the picks. Our first round pick, Brock Bowers at tight end, 77 overall. 21 years old. He does have hidden dev, 87 speed, 78 catching, 75 short route, 76 medium route, 72 deep route, 90 acceleration. He has 84 catching traffic with 82 spectacular catch, 76 break tackle. That's our new starting tight end. With our first second round pick, we drafted defensive end Chris Jenkins. He is a 73 overall, 22 years old. He has hidden dev, 78 power moves, 65 finesse moves, 75 speed with 82 acceleration. He's going to be starting for us right away because we have a huge need at the other defensive end spot. With the other second round pick, we drafted running back Trey Benson from Florida State. He is 76 overall. He's going to be starting for us right away. 22 years old. He has hidden dev, 82 break tackle, 93 speed, 95 acceleration, 87 agility, 85 carrying, 79 trucking, 78 stiff arm, 84 juke move with 90 change of direction, and his catching is only a 60. Pass block 68. The rest of the guys are all like 68 or lower, so they're just gonna be backups for us. This is what the starting lineup is looking like for the season. We got Justin Herbert at quarterback, 87 overall with superstar dev. Drafted Trey Benson at running back. He's a 76 with hidden dev. Got Spiller as a backup. Keenan Allen's our number one receiver, 90 with X Factor. Still got Palmer. He's 79 with star dev. And Quentin Johnston is 73 with star dev. He's gonna be playing for us in the slot. We do have Mike Williams still. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. This is the beginning of preseason, so we actually only missed like 2 games of the regular season. So I think I'm going to keep Palmer until like week 3 of the regular season. When Mike Williams comes back, then I'll go ahead and try to trade Palmer for other needs on the team. To tight end Brock Bowers in the first round, 77 overall hidden dev. We got Pipkins at right tackle, 72 with normal dev. Sawyer at right guard, 70 with normal dev. Unfortunately, we weren't able to upgrade these in free agency or the draft. Center, we have Lindsley, 86 overall with star dev. Johnson at left guard, 75 with star dev. Slater at left tackle, 90 with star dev. We completely revamped the defensive line. We brought in Michael Pierce at defensive tackle, 82 overall star dev. We also brought in Hurst at defensive end, 74 with normal dev. Drafted defensive end Jenkins, 73 overall with hidden dev. We got Asante Samuel Jr. as our number 1 corner, 84 with star dev. Steven Nelson as cornerback 2, 82 with star dev. And we signed Marcus Peters in free agency, 79 with normal dev. We brought Gilman back in the re-signing period at free safety. He's at 81 with normal dev. Derwin James at strong safety, the best player on the defense, 91 with X Factor. Tui Pulotu at outside linebacker, 75 overall with normal dev, taking over for Khalil Mack, who we traded away. Eric Kendricks, 77 with normal dev at middle linebacker. We brought Murray Jr. back, 75 overall star dev at middle linebacker. And Joey Bosa is our other pass rushing outside linebacker, 87 with superstar dev. For the season goal, I'm going to make the playoffs. I think we have a pretty good chance at that, especially with the playbooks that we're running. They're actually really good in Madden simulation. Only simulated 1 week of the regular season, the first week, and Kenneth Murray already got a broken tailbone and is going to miss 7 weeks. Ouch. Sitting here at week 3, we have a breakout opportunity for a linebacker. I'm going to see who that's going to be for. It's going to be for Tui Pulotu. Hold the Saints to less than 250 yards or get Tuli 1 interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. Also, since it's week 3, we got Mike Williams back, so I'm going to go ahead and try to trade Palmer away and see if we can get something that we need, or maybe just get some draft picks, because he's not going to get very many opportunities now. We actually have a pretty good offer here from the Broncos from middle linebacker Drew Sanders. He's only 22 years old. He's only a 71 overall, but he does have start dev, and we just lost our starting middle linebacker Murray, so he could be a replacement for him until he comes back, and then he could potentially start next season. And we also get a 6th round pick, so I'm taking this offer. So that puts Sanders and Kendricks as our starting middle linebackers until Murray comes back from injury in 6 more weeks. And then after next season, which I won't be playing in this video, but realistically, you know, if they decided to do this trade, Sanders could take over for Kendricks and Kendricks would move on. We did end up beating the Saints 31-14, so let's see if we got this dev trait upgrade. That wasn't the elite performance I was hoping for, so yeah, I definitely did not get it. At the midseason point, we're not off to a bad start. We're 4-3, second in the division to the 6-1 Chiefs, and the Broncos and Raiders are both 3-4. Let's check out the season stats and see how we're doing at the midseason point. Justin Herbert, 1,688 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, 67% completion with the 105 rating. Pretty good. Trey Benson, a rookie running back, 467 yards, 3.8 per carry with 8 touchdowns. That's actually pretty good. The average is a little low. Receiving wise, Keenan Allen, 440 yards, 4 touchdowns. Quentin Johnson, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tight end, the rookie Brock Bowers, 346 yards with 4 touchdowns. Defensively, Eric Kendricks leading the team in tackles. Thule has the most tackles for loss with 7. Bosa has 3 sacks leading the team, and interceptions. Asante Samuel Jr. has 2 leading the team. Here at week 10, we're actually 5-4. We have a couple of breakout opportunities here, one for a defensive back and one for a quarterback. Let's see who the defensive back is first. It's going to be Asante Samuel Jr. Hold the Bengals to less than 150 passing yards or get Asante Samuel 2 or more interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, or sacks. Obviously, the quarterback one's going to be for Justin Fields. He's already a superstar, so he has a potential to jump up to X Factor here. Throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have 400 scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns with Justin Herbert. I don't know why I said Justin Fields. To increase his dev trait to superstar X Factor. Well, we lost to the Bengals 24-21, so that's not a good start. Let's check out the breakout player. Asante Samuel Jr. had a pretty quiet game out there, so yeah, he definitely did not get it. And then Justin Herbert, aka Justin Fields, psych. I'm pretty sure he probably didn't get it either. Let's see. No dev upgrade. We're here in week 18, the final week of the regular season, and let's look at the playoff picture here and see. We're right on the fringe of it. Yeah, we're not in a playoff spot right now. Let's go check out the standings and see how close that we are to actually being in the playoffs in the AFC over here. So the Ravens are holding this spot, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that are 9-7, including us. So this final week is going to determine what teams make it into the playoffs. We did end up winning that game, but unfortunately we did not make the playoffs. We did beat the Browns 35-14, and the Texans made it instead of us. Wanted to check out the AFC standings. The Chiefs got the number 1 seed, and then the Bengals, the Colts, the Ravens, the Texans, the Jets, the Dolphins, and then us. So we all ended up going 10-7. So all teams that were 9-7 won, and then we just didn't make it into the playoffs for whatever reason. That sucks. So the Chiefs went 14-3, won the division. We went 10-7, finished second in the division. The Raiders went 8-9, and the Broncos went 4-13. Let's check out the season stats and see how we did. We had the 5th ranked offense. Justin Herbert 4th in passing yards, 11th in passing touchdowns, 13th ranked defense. Not bad overall. Justin Herbert 4,200 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 71% completion with a 108 rating. Rookie running back Trey Benson had 1,160 yards, 4 yards per carry with 14 touchdowns. Justin Herbert had 359 yards rushing, 4.3 with 3 touchdowns. Keenan Allen had 101 catches, 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. Quentin Johnson, 64 catches, 798 yards with 6 touchdowns. Mike Williams played in 14 games, had 66 catches, 743 yards, 5 touchdowns. Rookie tight end Brock Bowers, 60 catches, 669 yards with 7 touchdowns. Rookie running back Trey Benson, 50 catches, 371 yards with 0 touchdowns. Defensively, Eric Kendricks led the team in tackles with 116. Steven Nelson had 79, and Kenneth Murray had 74 despite missing like half the season. Tackles for loss, Michael Pierce had 15. Bosa had 14. Thule had 14. Maurice Hurst had 10. Sacks, Joey Bosa had the most with 7.5. What the heck? That is terrible. We need some dudes that have like 12 or 15 up here. Thule only had 4. Okwara had 4. Pierce had 3, Hurst had 2. Interceptions, Asante Samuel Jr. had 4, Peters had 3, Murray had 2, Nelson had 2, James and Gilman both had 1. The Eagles beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 31-28. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Zach Taylor won Coach of the Year with the Bengals. Patrick Mahomes won Offensive Player of the Year with the Chiefs. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Our running back Trey Benson won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And strong safety Javon Bullard won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Raiders. This is what the final team is looking like. Justin Herbert is up to a 91 overall with Superstar. Trey Benson is up to 83 overall with Superstar as well. Keenan Allen 91 with X Factor. Quentin Johnson's up to a 77 with Star. Mike Williams at 86, he's down to Star Dev from Superstar. Brock Bowers at tight end has Superstar as well, nice, 81 overall. Pipkins at right tackle 74 with normal dev. Sawyer at right guard 73 with normal dev. Lindsey is 84 with Star. Zion Johnson 78 with Star. Slater 91 with Star. Defensively, Michael Pierce 80 with Star. Hakwara is 73 with normal. Jenkins is a 77 with Star Dev. Asante Samuel Jr. 87 with Star. Peters is a 79 with normal Dev. Nelson is 80 with normal. Derwin James is a 91 with Superstar. He did have X Factor. Thule actually jumped up to Star Dev. Nice, 76 overall. Murray at middle linebacker went down to normal Dev. He did have Star Dev, 76 overall. Drew Sanders, 73 overall with Star Dev. He's already better than Eric Kendricks, who dropped down to a 69 with normal Dev. Joey Bosa is up to X Factor, 87 overall. And then Gilman is up to 83 with normal Dev. Overall, I think it was a pretty good rebuild. We actually got right on the edge of making the playoffs. We went 10-7. We had a really good draft class. We got a starting running back, a starting tight end are both already Superstar. We actually started developing Quentin Johnston. Probably going to be taking over as the number 1 receiver in the next couple of years because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are starting to get up there in age, especially Keenan Allen. Defensively, we made a pretty smart trade getting Drew Sanders to take over as a middle linebacker. Trading Palmer, the wide receiver we didn't even need. And we rebuilt the defensive line in 1 season. Obviously, it could still use a little bit of an upgrade at the defensive end spot. We're going to have to do something about the cornerbacks because we got a couple of guys that are aging pretty quickly. But overall, I think it was a pretty good rebuild. That's going to be it for the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Say something down in the comments. What did you like about the video? What did you not like? What do you want to see? Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.